Hi everybody, we are going to talk about what is pressure. And here on this handy dandy formula sheet is my pressure, where pressure is equal to 1, if I do this, force divided by area, 1 Newton, divided by 1 square meter, which can be defined as a pressure unit, which is a Pascal, which we abbreviate as capital P little a. The person who figured this out, guess what his last name was? It was Pascal. So if we want to figure out the triangle, if we don't want to have to write down all three formulas, which I do here, pressure is force divided by area, force is pressure times area, and area is force divided by pressure, I can go ahead and fill these in. So in this case, you always find the two that are times. Those go on the bottom, and I'm going to abbreviate this pressure. And I'm going to write this down as area just so that you remember what it is, what we're talking about. Force, I'm going to leave as an F because at this point you should know that's what a force unit is. Where a force is newtons per meters squared, otherwise known as a Pascal. Area is in meters squared, and pressure is in a Newton. I would recommend you add this to your formula sheet, okay? But that's just me. You can also write down the 3 different variations, that's fine. So let's say I have 30 newtons of force being applied over 3 square meters. I want to know what my pressure is, okay? So all it is straight up division. The math here is pretty easy. Use a calculator or use your head, whichever way it works for you. 30 divided by 3 is 10. And I could write newtons per meters squared, or I can say that is 10 pascals. Okay? So a pressure unit is in a Pascal. And pressure is important because you can take a garden hose, and if you stick your thumb over the top of it, all of a sudden you create a backlog, and it's creating pressure backing up behind your thumb and makes the hose spray farther. If you've ever seen someone, or you have ever walked in high heel shoes with like a stiletto, you know that the entire weight of your body goes through you as gravity pulls you down through your heel to that little teeny tiny point. You try and step in a foot of snow, I guarantee you're pretty much going to go all the way down through it. You wear a pair of sneakers, you're going to go most of the way down through it, but you're now spreading your area over your force over a bigger area. If you take snowshoes, now all of that force, remember, weight is force of gravity times your mass, is spread out over a huge area, and you could walk through 10 feet of snow and probably only sink, it depends on your force and how big your snowshoes are, but you might sink down a half a foot or a foot. You can, because you spread your area, your force over such a big area, you are able to stay on top of the snow, where a stiletto or a tennis shoe is probably going to make you sink down through it. So in review, force is pressure divided by area. The unit of force is called a Pascal.